Welcome to our evening show, and this is Regis Kaman, the tallest man in Black Africa. The news that are now trending is Uhuru Kenyatta turning down the offer of attending or mediating the African Union peace mission in Ethiopia. That is about Ethiopia in South Africa. I think it's Sunday or tomorrow, whichever. But the fact is that he has refused. Amesema kwamba ana kazi nyingi sana, it is conflicting with his schedule, and that is the only reason that he has given. If you ask me, I think there is more than meets the eye. Kuna sababu nyingi ambazo zimemfanya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, the president, kukataa kuhudhuria au kuwa mshiriki wa kundi la kuleta amani kule Ethiopia. And the following reasons are why I think, in my view, Uhuru has refused this responsibility. Doesn't want to be associated with Ruto'S government in any way. And that is the first reason. Hataki kuhusishwa na serikali hii kwa vyovyote vile. Ana sababu zake, kwa sababu hii serikali ni ya William Samoei Ruto, who was his deputy. And Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta does not want to be associated with him. Remember the way Ruto castigated, the way he showed the disrespect. Alimkosea heshima, akamkosea lolote lile, hakuweza hata kumsaidia kwa kazi. Ni jambo ambalo yeye kama alikataa kumsaidia na alikuwa naibu yake. Kwa nini yeye anataka asaidiwe na serikali yake? Hiyo ni swali ambalo yote yule anaweza kujiuliza. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio sababu ya kwanza. The second reason in my view is because the language that Gachagua and Ruto have been using cannot make any person with dignity to represent this government in any activity, in anything. Hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza kusimamia hii serikali. Hawezi kuwakilisha serikali ambayo inatumia lugha ambayo ni ya kutisha, lugha ambayo ni ya kuogofya, lugha isiyo na heshima, lugha ambayo haina mwelekeo wote. So I don't think there is any person with dignity who can accept to represent Ruto's government, especially in a foreign mission. That reason why, in my view, I think Ruto is being let down by Uhuru Kenyatta is because he wants to lead a private life. Remember, Ruto is very different from Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru is somebody who is somehow private. Though he's very social, sometimes he doesn't like coming out. He like interacting with the people silently, quietly. And I think even he wants to spend a lot of time with his family. Having spent more than 10 years, remember he was the deputy president, the deputy prime minister for 5 years and 10 years as president. And you agree with me that he did not have enough time to stay with his family. And any person would love to stay with his family because everything starts and ends in the family. So the family is very, very important as far as Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is concerned. So his family comes first before Ruto's government. The other reason why, in my view, he turned down the offer is because when you look at Ruto, you see his government has very poor communication strategies. Communicating with Uhuru Kenyatta is a problem because the way they treat him is not the way he's supposed to be treated. You know, the way Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was treating Mwai Kibaki, there was a lot of mannerism, there was a lot of dignity, there was a lot of respect. Na tulikuwa tunaona kwamba hata kuna wakati ambapo walikuwa wanamwendea kwa ushauri, na hiyo heshima ilizidi kuonekana hata baada ya Kibaki kuondoka katika uongozi, jambo ambalo hatulioni katika utawala wa Ruto baada ya Uhuru kuondoka uongozini. Kwa hivyo the communication strategies of William Samoei Ruto are wanting, and anybody would not wish to be associated with such kind of government. The other reason, in my view, is because of the way Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was treated during Ruto's inauguration. Remember what Gachagua said? He talked with dignity. No, not dignity. He talked with disdain. He talked with a way of showing a lot of disrespect to the outgoing president. in front of dignitaries, in front of presidents of other countries ambao ni marafiki wa chada na pete wa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Kwa kule kumwaibisha wakati ambapo alikuwa anaapishwa ni jambo ambalo linaweza kumfanya yeyote yule ambaye ana roho ya binadamu kuona kwamba hao sio watu wa kufanya kazi na wao. So he was not happy, and that is why he did not even attend the dinner in State House. He skipped the dinner. Alikataa katakata kuhudhuria ile dhifa ya Ikulu, na ni jambo ambalo liwashangaza wengi, na hata wengi hawakujua kwamba Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta alikataa katakata. The other reason in my view is because Ruto guys had been abusing his mother. Remember the way they have been talking about Mama Kenyatta, an old woman, very innocent, just because she's a mother of the president. Why were they abusing him? I've never understood why when they were campaigning, they showed a lot of disrespect. And now they want him to be an envoy, peace envoy in Ethiopia to bring peace. And you know, this is one way of you see, when you're working with a regime that doesn't respect the members of your family, then you will not be able to give your all. You will not be able to be comfortable. So I think this is something that hurt Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to the core. Anybody who abuses your mother is not a good person. Anybody who does not respect your parent is not a good person. Anybody who does not show even an iota of respect to an old woman, leave alone your mother, is somebody that would be very difficult to work with. So I think this is another reason. The other reason is that when I look at Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta in general, I see somebody who wants to remain scarce. He doesn't want to be available. Uhuru wants to remain scarce. And you know, the more a commodity is scarce, the more expensive it becomes. If a commodity becomes very available, kama itakuwa inapatikana katika duka lolote lile, basi bei yake itakuwa ya chini sana. So to have a political value and maybe to regain the Mount Kenya votes, to regain the Mount Kenya following, because currently Mount Kenya doesn't have a kingpin, lazima kwanza ajitege kabisa, asionekane, kwa sababu akionekana sana basi itakuwa hata kuwa na watu watakuwa wakiona dhamani yake, umuhimu wake. Kwa lazima kwanza ajitege hapa na pale. The other thing is that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta values are very different from William Samoei Ruto. Uhuru values honesty, values integrity, heshima. Anasema si utumwa. Heshima tunajua ya kwamba ni jambo ambalo linafaa kuwa kwa kila mtu. When you look at Ruto's government does not respect Uhuru's government in any way. I've said many times, even when Ruto was calling the cabinet of Uhuru Kenyatta, he has just been trying to show that now he's in charge, and nobody is disputing this. But why parade them? Why not form your cabinet and carry out your duties with your cabinet? So this is something that Uhuru doesn't like. The other thing is because of what happened yesterday in Parliament, in the National Assembly. We saw Moses Wetangula robbing Azimio the work of the majority leader. You know, they are majority leader. Azimio is the majority leader, and it is the majority party, not the leader. The majority party, and everybody knows this. So when you have somebody saying that the minority party is the majority party, and you know Uhuru is the majority, is the chairman of that majority party, that is Azimio, then you are telling that government to work with you. I think this is a height of absurdity. It will be so sarcastic, it will be so ironical for him to work with such kind of government. The other thing is that there's no cabinet. How is he going to work with a government that doesn't have its own cabinet? How is he going to work with a government that does not even have even the CS for foreign affairs? So I think it is important for Ruto to put his house in order before he starts inviting other people. Again, you remember the way he was uncomfortable with the handshake. The way he continued to ridicule Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta for working with his elder brother Raila Amolo Odinga, ni jambo ambalo halikumfurahisha Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Na sasa kwa nini yeye anataka wafanye kazi naye pamoja? Kwa hivyo let him work with his people. The other thing is that all in all, politics remain politics. Uhuru Kenyatta could be revenging, could be embarrassing Ruto at the 11th hour. And this is normal, kwa sababu in politics, what is constant is interest, what is constant is betrayal, what is constant is that people will always move where their bread is buttered, especially with the African politicians who have no principles. And that is my take. And if you ask me, I would say Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta did the right thing. I don't know whether you think Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta did the right thing. Kindly comment, like our video and share. And please also let us know what you think about GMO, because I'm going to give a very comprehensive analysis about the GMO because of the many questions that people are asking. May you have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.